Hi, thanks for coming back. It's Matt here again with mywebbro.com, and today I want to talk to you about storytelling in regards to web design, how an interactive website can create a little bit of a buzz about a certain topic, maybe a social issue, and then people can share that website, they can learn about the social issue, which will create customers for some of the biggest companies in the world. So freedom.com, FRDM.co actually, this is a company that does consultation style services for risk assessment in the big manufacturing sector. So if you are Dell and you buy laptops from China, there's risk associated with those acquisitions, with those purchases. And so a company can come in and help a really big company to mitigate some of that risk by analyzing procurement processes. That was a mouthful, basically. It was a really long way of saying that this is a company that sells consultations to big companies. Well, if a big company's number one selling objection to that is that the social issue is not relevant, then your job is to make the social issue a relevant one so that companies see value in it. That if it's an important social issue, a big company will see value in hiring you to assess their risk. How do they do that? Well, freedom.co created this website. It's called slaveryfootprint.org. That's the domain name. And it's essentially just a way to get the public involved in thinking critically about where they're getting their products from. The social issue that they are touching on is human trafficking or slavery in the industrial sector. We're talking about modern day slavery, essentially. It's a dark subject, but that social issue creates customers for Freedom because risk assessment is something that a big company might find value in. So all that being said, let's take a look right now at slaveryfootprint.org because I think they did a great job creating a platform where I can go and learn about this issue. It can be surprising, it can be painful, it can be interesting, and it can go viral. And all of those things create a buzz that makes a market for risk assessment consultation. So if you don't even understand the concept of human trafficking, that there's this idea that slaves work for you and I when we buy something like a laptop or a camera, like the camera that's filming this, let's go ahead and learn more about it. And this website's done a great job of telling the story. And I'm gonna scroll really fast through it because I'm not here to read you this website, but I just want you to see how beautiful this interaction is. And so they're telling this story. The story that is, why does Matt take some responsibility for this problem that is human trafficking? All right, so after you've read about that concept, you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna take this survey. So let's go take the survey, and I'm gonna do this with you. I think it'll take a few minutes to get all the way through it, but I want you to see how beautiful this is done. Let's enter my city. My city is Charlotte. Okay, next. And then they want to start with the basics. So what's my gender? I'm a male. What's my age? Let's say I'm still 35, just for fun. All right. Step 3, do I have children? Let's say I do. Let's say I have a boy aged 7, okay, for argument's sake. Now, everything that we're doing, we can fine tune. It's so amazing. We can actually say, my child has a bike, my child plays with puzzles, you know? I mean, we can go through this thing and fine tune our specific, you know, go ahead here. What's under your roof? Okay, so they want you to add your houses. You got a kitchen and a living room already. So in my home, I've got 2 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms. We've got a home office. Between my wife and I, we got 2 cars in the garage. Okay, so let's keep moving. What's on your plate for dinner? So how do I break up my meals? Let's just use their default just because it'll take less time, but I'm gonna change my appetite because I'd say my appetite is probably an extra large appetite, not a small appetite. In my medicine cabinet, So I am not a user of these makeup products, but my wife is, and I want to add them to the mix because I'm curious how that affects my score. Okay, so you would tap on an item you don't have. I mean, I think we've all got this stuff sitting in our cabinet. How much jewelry do we own? You know, we're not a big jewelry family, but I know between my wife and I, we've probably got about 5 of those. She's probably got about 10 of those. Probably about 10 of those. Maybe a little more silver in there. I think her grandmother gave us some stuff. Maybe a couple pieces of platinum. We're not a big jewelry family, but let's just say we're looking at a breakdown like this, okay? And let's keep moving. When it comes to electronics, am I a technophobe, a regular Joe, a gamer? I'm a gadget geek. I guarantee you, yeah, I've got all this stuff. Radios, stereos, cameras, discs, everything. Games, phones, I've got it all. So that's me. I'm the gadget geek. And again, they want you to fine-tune that stuff if you're interested in it. So we're almost up to the end here. Let's keep going. Step 9, what sporting goods am I into? Well, I'm a big golfer, love to run, I like to fish. I'm big into camping. I'm a football fanatic, but not really in regards to sporting goods and equipment and stuff. So we can go ahead and leave that one out. But let's just be realistic and select the ones I'm really into. And then what's in my closet? Well, I don't have a lot. I'm not really big on clothes. I've probably got about 5 or 6 pairs of pants. Shirts and sweaters I probably have a lot more of. Suits and jackets, if you ever met me, you know I don't have much of that. I've got probably, I think, 3 suits, maybe 5 total jackets. So we'll go there. I've got, a couple dozen pair of underwear. Hats and accessories, I guess I could say I've got about 7 of that. I'm not big on shoes. I've got about 5 pairs of shoes. About 2 of those or 3 of those actually are dress shoes. So let's just break that down right quick. Number 11, this one's kind of cute. This one, it's not, cute. How many times have you paid for sex? They're asking you the question, but what you're going to do is learn right here. If you pay for sex in your life, you're almost certainly supporting human trafficking in one way or another because the sex industry relies heavily on force, fraud, and coercion. All right? So you should know that if you're paying for sex, you're not doing any good for human trafficking in regards to social issue justice. So here we go. You have 59 slaves working for you, according to the information that I just put into their interactive website. So that survey is alarming, and that this result, 59 slaves working for me, it should be alarming to any one of us. Well, then what? Okay, I'm alarmed. Okay, that was shocking. That was sad. It was depressing. But now what? Well, what they want now is they want you to sign up to end slavery. And what it is probably is just a newsletter where they can send you more information about human trafficking. And this whole concept of creating this buzz around this social issue, again, feeds back into the idea that if people care more about human trafficking, this company can sell their consultation services in risk assessment to the big manufacturers. So again, it's just telling a story. It all ends up being marketing. Everything that we're consuming today is essentially just marketing. So, but I wanted you to see that. I wanted you to see slaveryfootprint.org and what they're doing there, and I wanted you to see freedom.co and what they're doing here, okay? So thank you for coming back. It's Matt at mywebbro.com. You can find my agency's website at daswow.com. Check us out on Facebook and LinkedIn. Have a great day. Thanks for coming back. Bye.